Freud's works are not shrouded in metaphor or allegory. They are unabashed and unembarrassed. They exist solely as the result of his lifelong endeavour, the observation of a subject under close scrutiny and extreme concentration. As he once said, "I paint people not because of what they are like, not exactly in spite of what they are, but how they happen to be." Portrait on a White cover represents the culmination of Lucian Freud's lifelong engagement with the reclining nude. Initiated when the artist was 80 years old, this extraordinary full-length portrait culminates more than 6 decades of meticulous, intense, and an urgent examination of the human form, which was for Freud the enduringly captivating, evasive, and definitive subject of his art. He found there to be an essential honesty and truth when he was painting nudes, because it was people without their costumes, without their veils onto reality, and so he was trying to find something that was essentially honest. This work is the only known portrait of Sophie Lawrence, who worked at Tate Publishing and met Freud whilst he was preparing for his Tate retrospective in 2002. One of the most interesting things for me about this painting is that she is sleeping. It's voyeuristic, but there's also a responsibility with it because the sitter is entirely vulnerable. There is a tenderness to it, but the tenderness is only really because that's what she looks like. I don't think he himself was a sentimental artist at all. I think that he is showing somebody as they appear to him. He was not trying to reveal the character of his sitters. He wasn't trying to show some inequality. He was purely relaying a visual experience as it occurred to him at that time, almost half a century before he executed this work. Freud famously moved from using sable brushes to hoghair brushes and started enlisting the extreme Kremnitz white pigment, which allowed him to work in an essentially sculptural way. Most notably from the 1990s with his works of Lee Bowery and Sue Tilley, and again clearly on evidence in this extraordinary picture, it created these patterns of impasto accents across the surface which animate this dynamic canvas in a very captivating way. There's a photograph of this work in process. You can see that there's almost no preparatory study work on the canvas, that he is working with his hoghair brushes and his thick pigments layered upon layer of impasto as he goes. Lucian Freud's powers of observation are basically what make him so important, and it's what differentiates him from everybody else.